Creature Caster's King of Ecstasy is inside this box.
Spiky bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer from SpikyBits.com. Today we've got the new, or perhaps current, Creature Caster King of Ecstasy. We got a little early. They sent it to us for some promos and some, little teaser posts on the Instagram and the Facebooks, and we love doing that sort of thing. So if you have some products like that and you want to get it to us, shoot us an email or something like that. But anyways, today it's about Creature Caster. These guys are great. They've been making stuff for years and years and years. We followed them. I drove many miles and many hours to pick up the first Kickstarter miniatures so I could review them. They're my friends, and been doing it ever since. So I'm glad that now they're sending us this stuff, and we get it a little bit early to share with y'all and have a little fun with. So let's, without further ado, let's jump over to their website. It's not going to be on their website for sale yet, but at least you'll know what the website looks like if you're not familiar with Creature Caster. Then we'll jump back to the paint table, unbox this beast, and then build it. And here it is right here. Like I said, they're not going to have the King of Ecstasy on here. However, that doesn't mean he won't be on here by the time he's actually available. I'm sure they'll have some pre-orders going up here shortly. Now, the good thing about this website, if you're not familiar with it, and of course you can see the drop down on this one. That's cool. So you can see all sorts of different options depending on where you're at. They're going to ship out at different places, but also they're not going to hammer you on any crazy currency arbitrage or anything like that. They're not trying to make money off offering you something in your area, which is really nice. Also, the Dracon is back in stock here too. And they have two new expansions to the Pro Acro line, the 16 color normal paints, and I think there's 4 metallics in here, including a metallic medium, and the transparent set, which is really thick pigment, almost like a contrast. I'm gonna have to check those out right there. So this is their site, and you can dig right into it. And of course, if you jump over to community and then to blog, that's where you can get your assembly instructions as well. Unboxing wise, if you haven't gotten one of these sets from Creature Caster, they're pretty straightforward. They're going to come in a nice sturdy box, and another box, a shipping box actually. When you open it up, there may be plastic baggies on top with components. It may just be a rather large black bubble envelope in here that contains it. This one's actually smaller than normal. So normally it's a big number 2 envelope, but either way, and then once you get into that, that's gonna have all your parts and things into it. We'll lay those out here for you. Okay, so I won't lie, there's a lot of pieces here. This is a big kit, and I know we didn't talk price, but it'll probably go for about 120 bucks US, just like the previous King models here. So there's a ton of parts, a couple different weapon options, a couple different head options, and these things right here, which are actually, just looking at them, I think they're arms, and I don't know, thighs? I don't know. We'll go with that. But anyway, so be advised, there are a few more pieces right here, but I just wanted to show you kind of the big stuff, just to give you an idea how well detailed it is. Before we get in, we take a look at an actual assembled version of it right here. Now, first off, the cape is kind of ridiculous. It's ginormous. It's like 3.5 inches tall. This is going to go on the back of the model, and it's got like some really cool cut little tattards into the resin itself, which I think is pretty neat. Not a lot of flat surface here for you to work with, if you are so artsy and want to do some freehand and stuff. And then we've got, let me get a little bit more light on this. The torso is just spectacular. Look at that. Look at those abs. This guy, this Lord of Ecstasy, or King of Ecstasy, been working out. A little bit of flash down the side right there, but that just means you got a really good pour and nothing, let's be honest. And compared to stuff like Forge World, we've seen worse. So just got to clean that up a little bit. But I really like how everything's numbered nowadays, or lettered in some cases right here. But I mean, once you start looking at the detail on all this, it's pretty incredible. The resin's a really great quality. Here's the sword option, which has a bunch of detail in the actual blade itself. It leaves you a little bit open right here to kind of mess around with a little bit of style and stuff, but there are some notching and things like that. And then what looks to be some sort of glaive as well. Very ornate, as you would come to expect. Got the demon face right there with a little bit of the tongue. And the tabard on the front is going to come with those pterodactyl little armor leather stripping. I know it's not pterodactyl, I just don't know how to say it, but I know it looks like that on paper. You know what I'm talking about, don't judge me. And then a nice, really cool mirror shield. Again, lots of flat areas. You can do a lot of cool effects and different things with this area right here, which I think is pretty neat. The two different heads are both grotesquely beautiful in their own ways. I think there's a piece that goes in right here as well that I think it's that one right there, and there's the tongue bit too. So very, very cool. And I think there's a top knot. Yeah, there's the back of the head, and there's a top knot for this guy too. And weapon options, there's a sword, there's a glaive, there's the mirror shield, and then there's a random hand right here with what looks to be some sort of bone type of weapon right there. I don't know what that is. And then it's got like a glaive kind of assembly that I don't exactly know how it all goes together. I would imagine something like this. But I guess, yeah, something like that with a little knob right there. But overall, very, very, very cool stuff. Lots and lots of parts. Oh, and check out this like fresca kind of motif for the base. It's not just random, you know, like boobies and heads and things. It's actually like, you know, I don't know, some sort of like crazy ecstasy rave party thing. I don't know what's going on there, but it's really cool to see, and something we haven't seen before, and it's like cracked and everything, so it kind of gives it that look, that like old-timey kind of look. Impossibly old, yet very new looking, like someone else I know. And here's the finished version. This is just almost 8 inches from the bottom of the base itself up to the top. And what a miniature. I mean, the posing of it is gorgeous. I think this was the right build for this particular model, although like I said, there is a glaive, there is the flail kind of type deal, and either way, I mean, this thing is just spectacular looking. Let's get a little bit light on up here so you can kind of start seeing some more of the details. But the tongue is, I mean, just everything. Like once you start getting all this assembled, that's the extra piece on the head there. The tongue is its own piece, all of these armors. This back half right here is actually just blue tacked in. Because it's more organic, you can kind of do it maybe like a purple or something like that. This actually separates, and it's kind of socketed in there pretty well with a little bit of blue tack. So that's really cool to see. You could kind of do the same thing with the cape as well. On the belt line right there, if you wanted to paint this up like a bone or like an off-white, like a cream, maybe something like that, I could definitely see that being relevant. On the front, this is going to be a little bit more complicated. You're probably just going to have to go in here and nug it out. But I mean, look at that detail work. Glued down to the base here with the crazy studded hooves. I don't even know what's going on right there. This is an incredible kind of side thigh armor plates. Just very gladiator style, but also kind of exquisite, but also yet kind of I don't know, strangely like alluring. I don't know how to explain it with words, and I can barely talk as it is, so I don't even know why you guys watch this video sometimes. But regardless, thank you. So on the back here, all sorts of organic detail on the back of the head, and just amazing, amazing armor work. I love all these sinewy stuff down here by the vertebrae on the back claws. It's just really, really incredible looking, and the fresca really comes through. I could see this being your traditional Slaanesh colors if you want to go in that regard, and then painting this base like a dark, like marble kind of purples or something like that. I think that would look very, very, very stunning. Just the overall presentation of this model and its presence, just look at that presence right there. Like, it's just like, you know, you want to paint me, you know, you want to just do it. It's incredible miniature. I love this thing. So that is, I don't know what else to say about it. It'll be on sale, creaturecaster.com soonish? Question mark? I'm sure they'll announce some pre-orders. Be on the lookout for this to hit stores here very, very soon. It's summer 2019, so I imagine we'll see it back to school time-ish here coming up in August post Gen Con. So that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching our unbox and build of the new Creature Caster King of Ecstasy. Not King of Secrets, King of Ecstasy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our videos.